I have to apologize for how choppy my videos are. Welcome to my job. It's 7 days a week during daylight hours, basically, and so it's tough with the September traffic to do a video without being interrupted. In the last one, when I cut the string grooves in, this D-bow for tillering with the tillering tree, I've been trying to make it, but I keep getting interrupted. I don't want you to sit through like me checking in cars, so here we are. I first knee tiller bows to get like an idea of it. And this is beyond greenwood because it was soaking, so I'm not going to stress it all the way. I'm also not going to final tiller it, but what I want to do is get an even bend more or less throughout. After I lash it to a board, like I did this one, which shares a common lineage with just a simple D-bow, which is project bow number 1. Then it'll continue curing, it'll dry, and then I will final tiller it afterwards. But before I lash it to the board, I want to work it to the point where I can sand it to tiller it, smoothing everything out. Again, both bows, I knee tillered them. On the horse bow, I didn't go beyond knee tillering, but this one, why not? You can see it still has reflex. This is the back of the bow, so I haven't damaged it. Cut my string grooves, put my extra long super string on here. I only cut a single string groove on each tip on the side that favors me because I'm right-handed, because I tie strings on. I don't have 2 loops. And then I wound up not overstressing it, getting the bend working either with a rasp. It's not perfect, but it's still green. Working with a rasp to eliminate sticky spots, sighting it this way. I'm actually looking down to see the curve. Could bend a little bit more. But I've been doing this and being interrupted, so I'm to the point where it's basically tillered to the point I want it. If I sight through it, bending slightly through the handle, and then most of the bend mid-limbs, and then bending all the way to the tips, I have achieved my goal. It is ready to lash to the board. I haven't pulled it back all the way. That's as far as I'm going to pull it back. I did not remove the reflex. Again, the back is going this way, so I didn't overstress it. I was able to tiller a greenwood bow, not final, but tiller it, to the point where I can now, because I've thinned it through here and the tip is slightly thicker, I'm just going to, by eye, no measurement involved here, untying my string. I have a loop on this end, a choke loop. I'm going to just simply put this in here, and not being super complete, following my growth ring pattern. I don't even need to look at it this way, I can just look at the growth rings. Taper it towards the tip. Put this one on here. Greenwood works easy, taper that tip. And the magic of tillering is I've got this beautiful constant taper throughout. And there it is, ready to be tied to a board. If I wanted, I could boil the tips and give it a little recurve, tie it to the board, and then block up the tips to jimmy that recurve in. If I want, I would steam this ash so that center is flexible enough to then tie like this to horse bowize it. But there it is. Basically, in one video series on the horse bow, I have made the D-bow. It doesn't matter if there's rasp marks on the belly, I can leave them. And I've made the horse bow. It's just a matter of shaping it and lashing it down. If it is not straight through tip, handle tip, I can lash it in a way to get a side bend on. It's flexible enough because it's green. There we are. I was able to complete this video without being disturbed. If you hear a whirring, there's a person that does a contracted drone service to see the boats on the bay and then do counts. He's flying his drone now at 400 feet so he can, using his camera, count boats. that's it. That's the last of the videos on this for a while, because now I just need to let this season. I'll let it dry in the sun for a while, and then after a few days, I'll park both of these bows, which are lashed. They will be lashed to the same piece of wood in my car, park it in the sun, and use it for a speed kiln. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.